The next play we're going to look at out of the gun tray open offset is the play strong curl. Now, as you can see, we're using the curl flat concept again on the right side. Now, the difference here is the running back on the sit down route. Then we've got the tight end going over the middle on a dig route. Now, this is really just having the curl flat concept on the right, which I'm going to get into a little bit more. And if they start playing flat routes or stuff like that out on the left side, like cover twos and stuff like that, that's really when the sit down route by the running back is going to do a good job, because they've got a flat route he's playing down on the sideline, and that's going to give us the ability to hit him just sitting down. If they're waiting for a high point pass from the tight end, the dig route can be a really nice option. And if not, then he's just going to pull down a defender for square. So let's get into this a little bit more. We're going to talk about the curl flat concept on the right side. Now take a look at circle. You see how he cut to the inside? Well, on the previous play, FL dig, I put R1 on a flat route, and then I manually put circle on a curl route. And you can certainly do that out of any formation and have a curl flat concept. But the option route here is going to allow us to do some things that we couldn't do in FL dig. There's some defenders in the game, like let's say you play Mutt and you're facing a Deion Sanders. If you put the guy in a curl route and you're facing like a cover one, Deion Sanders has the ability to jump it and take it the other way for 6. Against zone defenses, same kind of thing. He's got a high play rec, he can jump it and take it the other way for 6. But when we've got the option route and he cuts to the inside like this, it actually gives us really good inside position on the defender, making it so that's never going to happen. Now, I'm not saying that that's like a huge major risk factor on the play FL dig. I'm just saying, depending on the type of defenses that you see your opponent playing, if you think that you can get away with running the curl flat concept, but it's a little tight, come to the play strong curl and run it out of this play instead, and we're going to get that inside position and never really get intercepted. Now, this play I like for one reason, and that is because of square and his route. You guys know me by now. I've said all year long that I love I've said forever, ever since I've been playing Madden, I like to find formations that have really glitchy routes and just take advantage of that one route. Scheme around routes, not necessarily about plays, but around routes. On the previous play, we have triangle and square going to the sideline. Square is on corner route, sorry, I apologize, a C route, and then the speed out by the running back. Well, here the running back sits down. So if they've got a flat route to the outside and nobody playing over the middle, triangle can be a nice little dump off. Also, we've got X on the dig route. Now, triangle and X are covered here, so no big deal at all. But as you can see, it's generating a lot of traffic over the middle. For all I know, I've run this play a lot, and that's why he's got all those guys over the middle of the field. And that's just going to open things up. It's just all about mixing up your plays and opening up areas of the field. Now, again, this isn't rocket science. There's nothing super fancy about this scheme at all. I just want to show you guys, and hopefully I can help even just one or two people. It doesn't really hurt to just throw the gameplay footage together and do a video on it. So let's continue here, and as you can see, we can hit that curl, and the defender is not going to stand a chance. Again, the curl route. See how he cuts to the inside, and now instead of being directly under the defender, he's more to the inside against this zone, and it just makes for a much, much easier completion. So that's really what that's all about. Now, see how at this point he's got to stay on X. If he vacates X, because a lot of people are going to use her the middle linebacker, if he vacates that area, that's an easy pass. So having that dig route where he's going to sit down, not an in route, not, whatever, a dig route. He's going to sit there, forcing a guy that's using the middle linebacker or using a guy that's responsible for the tight end, forcing him to just sit there and cover him. Because if he moves over to circle, then we just hit X. As you can see again, circle's got the inside position, so we hit him on the route. Now the running back route, again, as you can see here, a nice little sit down. So we've got two options early. I hate playing in the snow, by the way. I can't even see. I'm explaining this stuff. It's like I can't even see. Like, it's so distracting. But circle, triangle are wide open. I'm going to look to circle, of course, but then if something happened where it got covered, then I've got triangle on the nice little sit down. It's been a while since I really looked at this gameplay footage. So again, here we just throw it, just real life timing. And then we end up scoring the touchdown. Guys, I apologize. Nothing super fancy, but the formation it's got so much great stuff to it. So much great stuff. And then we've got something here that I like to do, which is motioning out triangle. Now, this is something I did back in Madden 15. I did it in Madden 16. Out of the formation gun wide trips, PA wide receiver in, I like to motion out the wheel route. And if it's man coverage, it can potentially be a lob. Now here, everybody's covered for the most part. So I'm going to be reading triangle. If I think I can get away with it, then I'm going to hit it. If not, I'm just going to throw to the flat. Because as you can see right there, he's wide open. This would have been a tough throw to triangle. Because it is actually zone coverage, not man. So I think the safety would have made a play on it. As you can see, he would have ran back. So we do make the right choice. And we pick up the first down. Just on a simple little flat route. Again, the defender's covering circle. We've got R1 wide open. Curl flat is so underrated. It really, really is. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be calling cover 2. That's when strong curl is going to come into play, because circle is going to cut to the inside rather than just cutting directly straight back. So a cover 2 is going to stop just your typical hot roaded curl flat concept. But with this one where he cuts to the inside, we're going to do a lot better against cover 2. Again, we've got triangle sitting down below. And just take a look how we pick up 8, 9 yards, break a tackle. We end up getting 18 yards on the play. So now, this is where it gets a little tricky. I mean, he's got so many defenders just sitting over the middle of the field, and he's very, very close to triangle. We need to stay patient. It's all about staying patient and understanding your pocket. Our pocket's completely clean. We've got a lot of room, a lot of time. So I like R1. So now circle is carrying down the one defender. That's good. He's got a guy covering X. He's got a guy covering triangle. And we just hit the underneath defender. It's that simple. I know it seems like so easy, right? It is. It's just concepts. That's all Madden. I mean, that's Madden this year, more than ever, just like I said in the last video, is all about concept versus concept. That simple. Now again, see how he's got to stay at bay? I'm forcing opponents because of the dig and because of the running back route. I'm forcing them to stay at bay. And we could just hit R1 on the sideline all day long. And if they go and they cover it, then we're going to have triangle or X open guaranteed. So it's forcing them to just make the right call, make the right move, and then if they use the defensive line, they stand no chance. So that is about it for those routes, and now we want to get in to square. On the previous play, FL dig, the running back to the sideline, the C route, that's going to force them to play cover 2s. It's going to force them to play flat zones like cover 3s with cloud flats over on the sideline, a cloud flat and a hard flat to protect against both of those routes. And that's when this one route is very, very valuable, because it's a speed in. Corner routes, C routes by themselves, are so hard to defend. Promise you, you run it on your opponent, time and time again, they're going to be really concentrating on stopping it. And that's when I love to take advantage of this route, the speed in, and it's really, really glitchy. And I love the fact that we've got the tight end on the sit-down route, because as he's sitting down and he's got triangle and X, and, we certainly could have hit circle, but if you wait too long, like at this point if we throw it, that's too long. Because as you can see, the defender's making a break on the ball. But look at the defender, he's down low. So now we can just hit square as he cuts across the middle. Again, not rocket science, just over effective routes in formations that allow us to really kind of confuse our opponent. Here again, we're motioning out the running back. I didn't end up hitting him on that route, even though he did have a step. But as you can see, against man, even with him there, it's just a really nice route. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I really don't know what else to tell you guys. Here we put the triangle on an out route, which I really like out routes out of the backfield. Just take a... Oh my god. The circle is being absolutely blanketed. So you're going to have to be careful about that. Look at it. I mean, I just love that route. I just love it. It really... I don't know. I love it. That's it, guys, man. I don't know what to say. It's June. What do you want me to say? I can't, you know... I can't dress this up anymore. You know, it's just a decent play. It's nothing fancy to it. It's just a decent play that goes well in the formation.